baby. I love me some Bonk Adventure. Yeah, one of my favorite games growing up on TurboGrafx-16. I was one of the few kids on the block that actually had it. But hey, I had Bonk Adventure, so everybody was jealous of me. It was such an awesome game. You know, prehistoric caveman hit button people, and that's so freaking cool. Yeah, you know, if you know me, I even got the perfect high score. 6 9s in Bonk Adventure. First documented world record, perfect score. Yeah, I Billy Mitchell that bitch. It can be hard to play this game nowadays because, you know, not everybody has a TurboGrafx-16, but I know a lot of people that have the original Nintendo. You know, it's all over the place. So wouldn't it be cool to play a Bonk Adventure game on the original 8-bit Nintendo? That'd be awesome. Yeah, so Bonk Adventure for the NES, it came out in 1994. And only the craziest, wackiest, weirdest people out there would actually own this game because it's like free $400 right now on eBay. I probably date myself by saying that because it's probably like $800 by the time I'm like kaput, put on the ground and all that. So in other words, you would be a fool to own this game. So here's my copy of Bonk Adventure for the NES, and yeah, let's play and stuff and do a review on it, yeah. As you can see, the graphics are not nearly as good as the TurboGrafx-16 version, no kidding. But Hunt and Saw still did a nice respectable job here. You still got all the platform action here like you expect. Bonk, you know, he can still do his spin if you press the button a lot. You got a rapid fire controller, you know, turn turbo up, and you can still do the Bonk spin. Of course, if you have a standard NES controller, you just have to mash the button like crazy and do that. Yeah, the game still has a lot of the stages from the original TurboGrafx-16 version, but it's not a direct port because some stages are pretty unique. I remember in World 4 of Bonk Adventure for TurboGrafx-16, it was all just one level. You make it to the end, you fight the boss, and that's pretty much it. In the NES version, however, you actually have 3 sub-levels you gotta deal with before you fight the boss, which is a nice change of pace. Yeah, overall though, you still have 5 worlds to worry about, and then you fight King Joe at the end, try to save the princess, and all that sort of junk. So that hasn't changed. What has changed, and something I definitely don't like, is that, hey, I want to get the best score possible in this game. It's one of my biggest claims of fame of having the world record in Bonk Adventure. And that's pretty cool. So I want to get the top score in the Bonk Adventure game on the NES too. Problem is, yeah, there is no high score. And that's sad to hear. I know it was the 1990s back then and a lot of people didn't care about the high score or anything like that, but still in the original TurboGrafx-16 version of Bonk Adventure, I think they did the scoring system pretty well. It's a shame they took it out of the NES version. You can still do a speed run on the game, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the music is still here. You even have a little bit of sound bites from the game Bonk 3 instead of like Bonk Adventure, which is kind of weird. There we go. The soundtrack and the gameplay are not quite as tight. It's cool that some of the soundtracks are still in the game here, but it doesn't quite have that same punch as it did in the Turbo version. Just jump on it. It doesn't look as good as the Turbo either. Screw off with that. Of course it doesn't. Yeah, each stage is filled with different hazards and different enemies that you gotta overcome and stuff. But hey, no big deal. Sadly, even though the game includes some exclusive new levels to the adventure compared to the TurboGrafx-16 edition, yeah, they had some levels taken in and some levels taken out. So technically, it's still just as long as the TurboGrafx-16 version, if not a little bit shorter actually. And yeah, if you master the TurboGrafx-16 version, you're going to have no problem here. The game gives you plenty of lives, plenty of bonus areas, and if you're good at the game, or platform in general, you're going to beat this game no problem. Still, I have a lot of fun here on Bonk's Adventure for the NES. Yeah, I'm getting mad. Okay, Bonk's Adventure on the NES, it has a few problems here and there. Controls, yeah, it could have been a little bit tighter. The game could have been a little bit longer, or maybe had like a password feature or something. You know, give me some more options at least, because once you're done, you're done. But hey, I still have fun with it. I still love headbutting people or dinosaurs. There are definitely a few spots in the game where it can get difficult, but nothing to, you know, rack your brain over. Besides, if anything's getting too difficult, just whack it with your head. Boom, problem solved. Yeah, it's nice to play an NES game that has some like balls to the wall, hardened difficulty like a Ninja Gaiden 3, Current Conquest, or Battletoads. Now this one is nice and simple. It gives you a nice respectable challenge. If you can find it and you can get it cheap, definitely go for it. Because Bonk's Adventure, it earns an 80 out of 100. It's that good. Hey, when you got a bonk, you got a bonk. And that's it for me. This is Arizona World Heavyweight Champion, over and out. Yeah, on my way.